starts now.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to Ozarks Today, the weekend edition. I'm Sara Forhetz. The severe weather is over for the moment, at least. A series of confirmed and possible tornadoes last night as storms rolled through the Ozarks and several parts of Arkansas as well. This video, check that out. You can see the trees bending the wind there. This is from Mountainburg, Arkansas, just south of Fayetteville. Scary for everyone in that very small town. We also had some storm damage a little closer to home as well. Jasmine Dell is in Forsyth, Missouri at Shadow Rock Park. And Jasmine, we're hearing it was a tornado there as well, possibly, huh?
High winds picked up here at Shadow Rock Park last night, and now the National Weather Service has to come out here and evaluate whether all of this damage came from a tornado or not today. Now, behind me, as you can see, there's plenty of damage, trees down, and we're right here at a campground along Lake Taneycomo. Now, strong winds, we did notice this morning that strong winds damaged fences, metal roofing, and brought down trees. Now, no one was hurt, but families who were camping last night had to take cover when winds picked up. Last night, a tree fell a few feet away from Dixie Beller's camper here at Shadow Rock Park. She says she had to go through the night without power.
We heard the sirens go off, so we went to the shelter. And when we came back, we had a tree on our camper.
Now, Dixie says the storm won't hold her back from camping next weekend. Emergency crews also closed Highway 160 last night while they cleaned up the debris in the area. Live in Forsyth, I'm Jasmine Dell.
Hi, thank you, Jasmine. Remember, you can always stay up to date on all the latest storm damage, including some pictures and videos that we got in. Head over to our KY3 News and Weather app. You can download those for free. Also, check us out on Facebook. Well, April is proving to be the month to make sure that you are weather aware, up to date on the latest weather conditions. This is a live picture right now in Mountain Home, Arkansas. So from spring storms and damage there to now a freeze warning. Meteorologist Matt Jones has a check of our first forecast. Matt, pretty crazy.
Yeah, it has just been it's been crazy here the last several days. We went from temperatures that were summer-like a few days ago to now that freeze warning. Whenever you get those big clashing of the air masses this time of year, that's a sure bet you're going to get some severe weather. There's that nasty line of storms that pushed through our eastern counties last night, producing some damage along the way. Now that has moved out, but that cold air is really moving in. This is an incredibly powerful cold front. Look at our 24-hour temperature change. It's nearly 30 degrees colder right now in Joplin than it was yesterday at this time. We are 22 degrees colder now in Springfield, so those temperatures continue to drop. Colder air moving in from west to the east. So coldest temperatures out in Joplin, 40 Monette, 37 degrees right now. But look at West Plains. You're still 58. So the cold front has not quite moved through our eastern counties just yet, but it will. There's another look in Mountain Home, and you can really see some of the damage. Mountain Home, you just got pounded last night as that squall line moved through. Not sure yet if this is tornado damage or not, but of course the National Weather Service will be out and about today kind of assessing some of this and letting us know exactly what caused some of that damage. But at least we're going to have some dry weather to maybe clean things up a bit today. Temperatures will be chilly, though, in the 40s. I'll talk about when we can finally just quiet everything down coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. More damage from last night from Mountain Home, Arkansas. You saw the live shot there just a second ago. These pictures were taken last night by Blake Courtwright. He shot these pictures for the Twin Lakes Chronicle in Mountain Home. The Baxter County Sheriff tells us that the buildings were damaged there. Several signs and trees are down. We also know some power lines were knocked out. Again, they will be trying to assess all the damage today with the daylight and figure out exactly if that was high winds or tornado or what. We are told most of the damage is on the east side of town, north of the Highway 62 and 412 intersection. The Baxter Regional Medical Center also damaged, but so far we're just getting property damage report, no people hurt. The Baxter County Sheriff in Mountain Home, Arkansas, Sheriff John Montgomery, joining us this morning. And Sheriff, can you tell us how things went for you last night and what you're seeing today?
Well, last night we had road crews and sheriff's deputies out pretty heavy until about 11. And that's when the main damage we were able to assess and send most of our extra personnel home. Right now, power company still working in the Gamelia area. We still have a lot of power outage out there, a lot of heavy damage to the northeast area of Mountain Home. It almost appears it started in around Mountain Home and then headed northeast from here.
And you're not hearing of any people hurt either, are you? We haven't heard any reports so far here, at least.
And to my knowledge, we were very fortunate. We've not had any injuries that I'm aware of. Lots of property damage, trees down. We just had, about an hour ago, there's a road that's been washed out in the Lakeview area that road crews are working on. But it's mainly road crews have been having to cut open county roads where trees have fallen across them, and quite a bit of property damage.
All right, and a lot of people, of course, will remember the Gasville tornado. In fact, that is where I met you several years ago, but I guess last night was nothing compared to that kind of damage, right?
No, not anywhere near that kind of damage. And I know Mountain Home, the Hiram Shattuck's building was pretty heavily damaged. They had to evacuate, and there's some damage in there, that area. But the Gamelia area, it appears right now is just lots of trees down and I'd say minor damage. We're still assessing this morning, but mostly it appears that the damage to structures has not been as severe.
Okay, that is good news. Well, thank you, Sheriff John Montgomery there in Baxter County, Arkansas. To bed late, up early, so thank you for your time, and glad to hear that it was only property damage, not people damaged.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Now we go to Salem, Missouri. The Salem Police Department posting this on Facebook last night. It says, following the storm that just came through Salem, there are trees down, power lines down throughout the town that has left most of Salem without power. It says, please stay in while emergency and electric and cleanup crews get to work to get everything under control. Thanks for your patience while work is done getting everyone back up and running. So again, a lot of people without power today. This was posted around 9:30 last night, so we know they've been working on it. All right, this video now from Norwood, Missouri, Wright County. We're told most of this damage is pretty much contained to about a 1 to 4 mile stretch right around Highway N and Highway E. Again, the Wright County Sheriff says he believes it very well could have been a tornado, but no official word yet from the National Weather Service. They will be out and about assessing damage today. Oh, man, check this out. This is in Mountainburg, Arkansas, perhaps the hardest hit area that we know of. 4 people hurt when that tornado ripped through the tiny town. It's right in between Fort Smith and Fayetteville. This is the video of the twister shot by Scott Michaels, who sent it to us. The Crawford County Emergency Management Director says at least 3 people were trapped. 4 people had to be taken to the hospital. Officials say the storm uprooted trees, overturned cars, damaged some buildings, and of course downed power lines there. And get this, there was also a baby brought into the world just as the storms were bearing down.
There was a incident where a lady went into labor and she was also transported, but that was from the school. She came to seek shelter at the elementary school, and we believe she went into labor. And anyway, EMS was called. She was transported.
Can you imagine that? Wow. So while that storm ripped through Mountainburg, there was little people could do really besides hope and pray for the best.
We watched the storm cloud, it come and occurred slowly, and then it just started coming down through town. You watch birds be split out of the funnel, 2x6s, 2x4s, metal, and then stuff just ripped, roofs started coming off, power lines going down.
What was going through your head when all of this was happening?
Oh my God, my family. Lord, please cover my family. That's what was going through my head as I was watching it, and then it was down there.
Terrifying moments indeed. We now know no one has been killed by this rash of April tornadoes, but still extremely terrifying for those in the path. Take a listen to this teenager who was watching as that tornado ripped through.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, man. Again, at this point, only reports of minor injuries plus a lot of property damage, but no loss of life. The Missouri Highway Patrol is investigating a crash involving a semi and bus near Waynesville, right along I-44. It happened in Pulaski County last night around 9. The eastbound lanes were shut down around the mile marker 159. No word on any injuries there. The highway is reopened now. And check this out, some pictures from Kirbyville, Missouri, showing the hail that pounded the area there. Tanya White sent us these pictures. A little tough to tell how big they are, but Tanya says these giant ice stones are somewhere between the size of a golf ball and even up to a tennis ball size. And now to this, more hail in Kirbyville. These pictures by Alicia Ambrosier. We're not hearing of any major damage, but some cars are beat up in that area. And in northwestern Oklahoma, a much different problem. Nearly 1,500 people had to be evacuated as wildfires raged in that area. In Woodward County, a fire has burned almost 115,000 acres. Look at that video. The National Weather Service is expecting these fires will continue today, and the Oklahoma Panhandle looking at strong winds, 20 to 30 mile per hour sustained winds with gusts of up to 50 miles per hour. Well, another big story this morning, President Trump ordering airstrikes in Syria following their chemical weapons attack. The U.S., UK, and France coordinated together to launch the airstrikes. The chemical weapons attack is believed to be from the regime of President Bashar al-Assad. Witnesses on the ground in Damascus reported hearing explosions in the Syrian capital, where more than 1 million people live.
These are not the actions of a man. They are crimes of a monster instead.
That video is tough to watch. Those young children there just getting burned by chemicals. Here's what Senator Roy Blunt had to say about the airstrikes. Quote, President Trump, along with our allies, organized the right response to Bashar al-Assad's horrific attack. I commend the swift action on the part of all the military forces that carried out this mission. I support this effort and believe the president has the fully authority to take these actions. We also know John McCain supported this decision as well. We'll have much more on the airstrikes in our next half hour. Back here in the Ozarks, what a day to be having Safe and Sound Saturday. It's going on starting at 9 o'clock this morning out at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds. There you can find safety experts in just about every area of life. Storm shelters, weather radios, personal finance experts, people to help you know how to protect your identity. Those who do storm shelters say, what timing after the storms last night? Make sure your family has a plan.
I like to tell my customers to practice it, just like the kids do at school. Have tornado drills, practice getting into the shelter. If you got little ones, make sure the adult knows who's going and getting the little one, getting them to the shelter in time.
The event is free and open to the public today. It is from 9 to 3. We hope you will come out and join us there. Well, still to come, meteorologist Matt Jones joins us with what we can expect for our weekend weather. And my, what a change one day can make. From storms last night to a freeze warning now. Stick around for what's to come.